Okay. So, normally when I'm doing my soaps, I usually do them in a, I guess it's what, a 2.5 pound log. It looks like this normally. That's how I usually do them. Well, I've been selling out pretty quickly, so I wanted to go ahead and try my slab. I've had this slab for a while. This is really heavy, y'all. This is probably a good 10, 15 pounds. It's a total of 167 ounces, whatever that equals out to. So what I did is I went ahead and I pre-marked where I want my cut to be. And this is my slab cutter. And this is going to be the first time I'm using it. So what I want to do is make sure my wire is at the level that I'm going to be cutting these two. So it looks like we're right at, what is that? A little over 2.5. So let's see. Okay, we're up way too high. That's at, I think it's at 3 in total. It's just a little above 2.5. That's going to be too big if I do it from there, because that's going to make my third one really short. So I need to come down 1. So we need to loosen this. I think I'm making it. There we go. Almost. I'm loosening the wire. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Now let's go the opposite direction and tighten it up. So I've never messed with this. This is how it came. When it came with a wire, I never changed. I just left it at where it was. And I've never used this before, y'all. So this is still a little bit loose. Okay, that's probably good. All right, let me check this now. There's 2, there's 2.5. It's a little bit under. It's right there, so let's check that one. That's pretty close. Okay, so this is where I want it to be. Now that we've got all of that figured out. So next is pulling out the slab, right? So the front part of this comes off. So that's what I've done. So now I'm just trying to get it to slide out. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up, like so. So this is the slab, which I'm gonna have to clean because I spilled a little bit of soap. This is watermelon. And I did like green on the bottom, then a thing of white, then all of the red. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is loosen it up here on the sides. And it's been sitting for over 24 hours, y'all. Oh, that looks so good. I just hope I can get this out without like smushing it. It's pretty tight. What I'm trying to do is create some air pockets in here so I can get it out without killing my slab. trying to push some air to release. There we go. Okay, it's got a thumbprint in it, but we can fix that. Wow, y'all. Okay. Next is, I've put it on some paper to get an easier push. I'm gonna come over here, whoops. Oh, what a mess. What a huge mess. So some of the top came off. Okay. Let's set this up like so. Oh, that looks really pretty. So we're going to set this up like so. We're going to come in and do the same thing again for our next one. See if I can. Okay. Here we go again. There's two. Ooh, that's so nice. This is so exciting for me. So this is my first time doing this. Y'all get to see this firsthand. Like this is me sharing an experience with you. And this is what it looks like. And then we're gonna cut them. Super exciting. Messy, but exciting. All right, this is gonna be my last cut, y'all. And then we'll have a piece that we can cut up for samples. And we've got some major cleanup we've got to do, for sure. So this is what I'm going to cut up for samples. So we'll have that for our samples. I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. We're going to let that one dry out. And then we have 3 logs that I'm super, super excited about. Let me move some of this mess here. And then I've got to get my other cutter out because we're going to go ahead and slice it all at the same time. That was first time ever using a log slab cutter. And I'm going to have to do my tops a little bit differently because it was taking some of the top out or don't fill it quite that full. So let me grab this one. This is our multi-cutter. And what this is going to do is it's going to cut all of the logs at the same time. I'm going to try to save from a huge cleanup least a little bit if I can. All right. So we're gonna take our first one and set it down on here. I think I'm still gonna get 10 logs or 10 bars out of one log, and I thought I was only gonna get 8. So that's really good, because that will actually give me 30 compared to 21. Should be perfect. Oh my God. Y'all, this is amazing. Okay, hold on. That was just me cutting through the paper. Okay. So I've never made this soap before. I have made of a like product of watermelon, but I've never actually made cold processed watermelon. So you've got your different colors in the rind, your thin white, and then your watermelon flesh. And I'm sorry guys, but this looks like a piece of watermelon. And it smells so good. It is a mix of watermelon and watermelon sugar fragrance. It's my own unique design. So this is cool. This is super cute. And yeah, we're gonna end up with 30 pieces of soap from that one slab. These are gorgeous. I am so psyched about this, y'all. These are definitely gonna be worth it. They are skinnier and longer versus fatter and wider. I'm trying to go that route moving forward. I'm so stinking excited about these. These are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I think if I would have changed anything, it would have been not to have so much green and to have more red. But I like the fact that it changes, like each bar is a little bit differently with how it's spread. That is amazing. All right, let me pull my paper back off here. I'll lay that back down. That works really well, actually. That paper stopped a huge mess. All right, we're gonna go to our next log. And I am laying it down. I don't have it standing up because it is much taller. Okay, and the cut. Yep, we're gonna end up with 30 soaps. These look amazing. Like I said, if I did it again, I would do less of the green, which I will do it again. I'm gonna put this in my standard, and there's a little bit of a swirl in this one. Let me pull this one up a little bit closer so you can see how that swirled together with that rind to make it look like it was a rind. Do you see that? pretty. And these ones are all like that. They have that little swirl on the bottom. Oh my goodness, they smell divine. You guys, you're gonna want this soap, okay? You are going to want this soap. Should have opened it up first. My bad. Okay. Even more of a swirl. So it looks like one side of the slab got swirled more than the other. Oh, that one's really cool looking. They all look different, which is the uniqueness of each soap. We've got no ash, we've got no gel. It came out perfect. I have never made such a big batch. I actually had to use a, what was it, a 12-quart bucket in order to mix it all together because it was just so much oil and so much lye water. This is it. This is all 30 of them. And I only had one that it leaked through a little bit. Just this one. So that's pretty good. Now we've just got to do the cleanup. And that is going to be it. So I'm pretty happy with that, for sure. If you have any questions or want to know anything about any of my calculations, please comment below. I'll be happy to answer your questions for you. But I really love this. This was a mixture of watermelon and watermelon sugar. The watermelon is just a normal watermelon essential oil, and then the watermelon sugar is a fragrance oil from brambleberry. So thanks guys, see you on the next one. I think our next one is going to be coffee, and we are going to infuse the coffee soap with instant coffee grounds, and it is going to go in our lye water, and our lye water is actually going to brew the coffee as we make the soap. So that'll be a fun one. I'll be showing the entire video on that one. Thanks.